Sixto. There could not be a better name.
I love the names on this team. They have Sixto Sanchez, and they have my favorite name probably in baseball right now, Jazz Chisholm.
To win a championship, not only do you need great players on the court, but you need good chemistry, which takes time to develop.
It's weird how the dynamic works between sports. But
showing emotion in baseball is terrible and should never be in the game.
Blame Luke Walton for that. They have a lot of young players that I believe can really excel in this league.
Corey Perry will give some veteran presence to the Canadians and to just help give some insights on what he did last year.
Justin Fields is a all-time talent, and we definitely need to take into consideration his health.
This was a trade that the Senators really hope would work out, as Matt Murray has won the Cup 2 times.
Even though this is Mr. Irrelevant, he may be Mr. Playing Time after this season's over.
Just amazing, and I don't care what the Red Sox got for trading Mookie Betts and David Price. The Dodgers, in my opinion, win it. I don't have to see what players they gave up.
Charlie McAvoy also is, I think, a Norris contender, a top 5 Norris contender this year.
When Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones make jokes about not valuing the safety position, well, we can make jokes about you not being in the Super Bowl for 20-something years, but
I feel like Luka will take that next step, and if he can get a 3 ball consistently around 35%, I feel like they could become a contender.
It just goes to show the offense for the Dallas Stars could not keep up, and when the defense needed to step up, the Lightning's offense just overpowered them.
Yeah, I was impressed by their game. Braden Point, Andre Palat, Nikita Kucherov, that was the best line in the playoffs, no doubt.
What's up, everyone? This is Justin Goldman from the Goalie Guild and Lift the Mask, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Austin and Kevin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NHL Opinions of the Week. Today, we kind of took a break off because of the All-Star break. Now we're going to review the All-Star Game, and that's going to start with the skills competition. The first skills competition was the fastest skater, and that's Jordan Kyrou from the St. Louis Blues, when his time was 13.550 seconds. That's pretty fast. I kind of like the idea of skills competitions. I like it around the All-Star Game. I know the NFL has tried to do that, but I think the NHL and NBA, I like the addition of, I like the inclusion of skills competitions. But this one isn't my favorite. I'll talk about my favorite once we get to it. What about you, Austin?
Yeah, the issue with the NFL is that they do it before the Super Bowl, so not everyone's there. So the Pro Bowl and everything's just a joke because not the best players are there because of the Super Bowl, and players like Tom Brady always opting out whether or not he's in the Super Bowl, which is understandable. And yeah, so I just the NBA skills competition and stuff like that is much more enjoyable along with the NHLs, and this year was pretty good.
Yeah. So, but going on to NHL, anything impress you with this fastest skater?
Jordan Kyrou is a very fast player, and while I didn't think he was going to win, it doesn't necessarily surprise me, as all the guys, they were very, very fast.
Yeah, and now we'll go to the next skills competition, which would be save streak, and it was Jack Campbell and Andrei Vasilevsky, both with 9 saves. I think that's an interesting skills competition. I'm a little surprised Jack Campbell's on there, but I'm not surprised with Andrei Vasilevsky.
Yeah, Jack Campbell's obviously a pretty good goaltender, but he's obviously not at least all-time good as Andrei Vasilevsky, but it doesn't really surprise me those two getting on there. They're both good goaltenders that when they're hot, they can really get a lot of saves in a row. And I'm surprised they didn't do some sort of tiebreaker.
Yeah, me too. And then hardest shot, Victor Hedman from Tampa Bay Lightning with 103.2 miles per hour. I know it's pretty fast and like it's pretty hard, but I thought it would be like somewhere in the 110s range. What about you?
Yeah, I don't know about 110, but I understand what you're saying. The hardest shot in a skills competition, I think, was last year, but I can't. With John Carlson, I think did it. But I remember Zdeno Chara the other year, not that long ago, did 108.8, Oh no, Shea Weber last year I think had the record, but I know that 108.8 was the Daniels Charge record for a long time, and I think last year Shea Weber beat it. But yeah, I don't know about 110, but yeah, I thought it
Okay,
was going
so
to be
that's
faster than 103.
okay. So that's just a me thing. 100 is
100 is pretty fast, but
okay.
for this competition, I would say 105 is where you should be. So it's probably a low number.
Okay. Okay. I just wasn't sure. Because I'm like not that into it. Because is the typical pass? Maybe isn't that like 70 to 80 during the
Pass?
game? Yeah, or it was just like a shot.
It depends if it's wrist or slap shot. Normally these are all slap shots. They definitely are, but wrist shots are much more common in the NHL. So I would say yeah, around 80, 70.
Okay.
While the normal slap shot I would say is around 90.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks. Now, breakaway challenge. The old guy gets it done. Alex Petrangelo with 64 points.
Yeah, I heavily disagree. Somebody gave him a 19 out of 10, which is why he won, which I think is cheating. It should have been Travis Zegras, who, for you who don't know, uh, he had a blindfold on and scored. That's all I really need to
Oh.
say. But
Oh, so is it like they do ratings?
yes,
Oh,
it's like the dunk competition. It
that's
was fun to watch. Travis Zegras should have won, or Jack Hughes, and Jack Hughes probably got second. I like Jack Hughes' whole little magic trick thing he did, but I definitely don't think Petrangelo should have won.
all right. So I didn't know it was like judging. That's lame. Now accuracy shooting. Sebastian Aho, Carolina Hurricanes with 10.937 seconds.
Yeah, I was very impressive. I watched the highlights of this. His shot's insane, and it does not surprise me a guy like him won.
Yeah. Now we go to the Fountain Face-Off, and the winner of it, the finals, was the Nashville Predators defenseman Roman Josi competing against Columbia Blue Jackets defenseman Zach Wenerwensky, and Wenerwensky hit one.
Yeah, Wawrinski. I watched the highlights. It's not that. It's an interesting competition. I'm surprised they have it pretty quick, but Wawrinski, a defenseman, kind of surprises me. I don't know. It was fun to watch though.
Yeah, for people listening, I didn't really like pay that much attention to it. I just haven't been able to keep up with the NHL. Maybe it's just because of the NBA and mostly like football happening right now. But this one, I saw the highlights and this sound. I hope this stays. The NHL 21 in 22, when you have those big cards, they were playing blackjack, and Joe Pavelski won. So that's like another reason I love this, because the Stars player won. But that's so cool, even though they were like 35 feet away. I know it was like just for Vegas, but can we like keep that, or just like do cards and they have to like do tic tac toe or something? That's so cool. That's just me geeking out about it.
Yeah, it was a very fun competition, and Joe Pavelski's one of my favorite players. He's very, very good, and I'm happy he won.
Yeah, it'd be so cool. So NHL, please do that. I think you got gold on that. And then now we go to the All Star games, and now here's my question: do you like the All Star game, or do you think they should just name the rosters and then just not do it? Like, I think they should have done it this year because of COVID, but what happens if they just do an all-star roster and then no game?
I still like the fact that they do the game, especially because it's 3v3. It's very fast paced and a lot of goals, which I like to watch. But I didn't really pay attention to any of the games all that much. I watched just the highlights of it, and Claude Giroux went off. He won MVP. But it was fun to watch. But I understand your point.
Well, yeah, and it was high scoring, so I guess that would be fun to watch, especially with 3v3. The scores were Metropolitan beat Pacific 6-4, then Central beat Atlantic 8-5, and then Metropolitan beat Central 5-3. And then you already mentioned the MVP. So that's the All Star Weekend wrap up for us. Any final thoughts, Austin?
Not really. I enjoyed um everything that happened because again that is I wish the NBA or something else would do that where maybe it's not the card competition every time, but you do something that's different just because you're there. The All-Star game moves around, so I know that in Cleveland right now they're doing the All-Star game is about to start or the All-Star weekend's about to start for the NBA, maybe they could do a Cleveland themed or Ohio themed thing, something that's fun there. Switch it up, just because add an extra skills competition that is dedicated to the place you are.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I guess the Vegas thing. I like that addition. So like maybe keep that up, but maybe not do a Vegas theme. Maybe do like a tic tac toe, because I don't know, hitting the cards is very cool in my opinion.
Yeah.
And for Cleveland, I don't. Maybe you could do like Bengals, something like incorporate another
Well,
sport
the
into it.
Browns are in Cleveland, so I don't know if that would be
Oh
the most
yeah,
popular thing in the world.
but you said Ohio,
I said a Cleveland or Ohio thing.
so maybe you could do Cincinnati.
I don't know in Cleveland if you could do Cincinnati, but I understand your point.
But I'm just trying to think, what special thing could you do for Cleveland? I know this is an NBA episode, but I'm just thinking. Since Cleveland, maybe have like a LeBron, like biggest toss up challenge or something with the smoke.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty good.
I
like that.
I need to think of something. It's gonna be bothering me if I didn't say something. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening, and make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.